Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to a fresh week and a brand new stream. Thank you, Lof, for the 39-month resub, 39-month professional simp. Right. Thank you for your support, sweetie. Hi, Mekex. How are you today? I hope you are cooling down. Things have cooled down in the UK, at least, for now. Touch wood. We're rocking with a rather pleasant 20 degrees Celsius, mostly sunny. And the thing that's just the most comforting about the whole situation is that there's just a slightly gentle, cool breeze. So it just helps keep the temperature down, which is much nicer. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. I had a fairly eventful one. You probably wouldn't have noticed this until I pointed it out, but there's a minor skin thing happening on my face. I'm not sure what it is. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't itch, it's not irritating me in any way other than the fact that I don't like how it looks. I think maybe I've just been in the sun a bit much and maybe it's almost like a heat rash type thing. Um, but Lof and I went camping with some friends this weekend. I took Friday and Monday off work, so I had like a good long weekend to prep and recover either side of the holiday. And it was good fun. Chaotic, as I imagined it might have been. Um, and I think every person that went, apart from one, came home with some kind of a sunburn somewhere. I would like to point out that I wore SPF all the time, but it can only help so much. I should have sought shelter from the sun at points, but I fell asleep on the beach. Okay, it happens to the best of us. But we are back. And I was wondering what to do today because it's going to be reset day for me tomorrow. And I haven't done the other zone of 1207. I think it's called Val, that icy, snowy place. I considered it, and when I first logged on, I logged on to my main thinking that we would poke around with that. And then I just decided I was really enjoying this build that we were working on last stream, so why not just continue that? So I think that's what we're going to do, at least for now. If we hit a wall or we run out of creative ideas or inspiration or desire to continue this build, then maybe then we can explore some 1207 stuff. But for now, I think it might be nice to expand this garden space a bit more. I'm still not quite prepared to deal with the interior. Not just yet. The exterior feels more achievable, and I think I have a more consolidated idea of what I would actually like to do with this section. How did we leave this off? I bought all of these fence posts and discovered they weren't dyeable, which is just the cruelest joke for Blizzard to play. Do I have more long ones? No. Maybe just for now, so that we have it, we should just place down the fence pieces, even though it's going to pain us to do this, with us not being able to change the color. But I just want to get a rough idea of how boxed in this patio space should be. Because I'm not even sure if I like that. It feels very cramped. Then I guess you would just move the table back. Hmm. Maybe it works for now. How boxed in do we get if we add another one? That actually works really nicely, because then it kind of is a straight line through the door. So maybe we can do the 2 there. I think that's probably fine. I think that looks fairly nice. Okay, we might not be able to keep this because the fact that I can't dye this is honestly enough for me to not use it. So I need to go and buy more of the long ones, but then with the long one, I'll probably only be able to fit 1, not 2. However, I think we'll live. I think it'll be fine. We get the idea. Okay. So if the garden extends from here, I'd love some kind of path. I'm considering the rocks, because the rocks are quite nice. I never remember where they put them. Where do they belong? Oh, accents. I didn't know that. Like, this is just so easy, isn't it? And we could even do it maybe like this. I kind of want it to curve this way. I think I want them smaller. I think that looks a bit more like a path to me. Why is it crooked? The path? I didn't want a straight one, Baloo. It's too angular. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Oh gosh, I'm really missing out on the fact that I don't have those like monk decor pieces, the really nice water features and stuff. That doesn't really give cottage to me. That's too Stormwind city center vibe. Fountain. I don't care for many of these, if I'm honest. This one's not bad. It's the wrong color. This one feels like it belongs in a palace, not in a cottage. And this one... It's too big for a start. Yes, the path. Shaking my head. Damn, your hair is majestic. Good day. Good day, Critical. Thank you very much. Oh, natural this week because I didn't have the energy to do the Dyson hair routine, so it just goes. I think my hair's like a little bit wavy. I can't remember what the like, not the rating of my hair was, but there's a metric to kind of measure the curliness of your hair from pin straight to kind of ringlet or afro curls, and I guess everyone's somewhere in the middle. I'm like in this gray area between my hair pretty much being straight, but then having a little bit of a natural wave in it that it causes frizz. Oh no, I made it curve like that. Yeah, no, the game isn't playing with me, messing with me. There are straight versions too, I think the curve looks more natural. Gosh, really none of these are going to work, are they? That's a shame. Is there like a bird bath? No. Unless we want this one. Okay. I did kind of want to build a pond. Maybe I should do that. Where would the pond go? Maybe this side. I don't really have a plan of what I want to put over here. Okay, I'm thinking, let's grab some boulders since we've got plenty. And we can use this to maybe sketch out the shape of a pond. Or would we rather use stones? The stones can be dyed. Actually, no, these ones can't, but these ones match the cobblestone on the ground, so maybe we'll do this. My son has the best curly hair. You could thread a pencil through all his ringlets. Oh, cute. I don't think I used an app. I feel like I took a picture of it, and to be honest, like, don't hate me, I probably asked AI to try and rate it, or I searched on the internet and tried to find a similar hair texture to mine and see what the internet categorized it as. I think it goes from like 1A, 1B, 1C, 2A, 2B, 2C, something like that, all the way to 5, maybe 4. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just in a slightly unfortunate group of people where I just seem to have ambiguous hair because it's a little wavy, but if I style it, it can go pretty straight. But then she just also loves to be frizzy, so that again tells me maybe we're a little wavy. Right, am I gonna really struggle to make this look natural? Probably. Let's maybe do this. Let's make them different sizes too. These only cost 1 each, which is nice. Let's maybe curve inwards this way. I really struggled to make things look natural. I always have struggled with this. And then I just put a stone somewhere and I have no idea where. Did you hear that? It like plonked down. Oh, it's there. It keeps happening. I hope this looks okay. My hair is curly, sometimes wavy, depends on the weather. It's always frizzy. Yeah, it's an ongoing battle with my hair, at least, to find products and techniques that can at least make my hair look a way that I want it to without just funneling heat damage into it, you know? But I'm starting to get to a point where I just sort of say to myself, look, it is what it is. My time is precious. I don't particularly want to spend copious hours in my life blow drying my hair and just kind of causing more and more damage, regardless of using heat protectant or anything like that. Just at the end of the day, I'm working with what I got, and this is what I got. Hi, Spice. I'm going okay, thank you. How are you? Happy Tuesday. How's your week going? Currently just trying to make a fake pond, but make it convincingly natural. I've done it again, for goodness sake. Why does that keep happening? It's here. At least I can find them. Let's give this part kind of a nice rounded, almost semicircular shape. I might have lost that one. Oh well. Right. I think it's because I'm trying to turn my camera as I pick up the rock. And then the game just places it wherever my cursor is. Great. I'm good. Been spending my week in Legion while I avoid the heat IRL. In Legion, you say? As in Legion in WoW? I'm grateful the heat has calmed down a bit now, but I hope you're doing okay. Because what's not as warm to me won't necessarily be cool to other people, I'm aware. I think this is looking natural enough, don't you? Just don't want it to accidentally turn into a specific shape, because that's not natural. I think it's kind of going to look like almost an anatomically accurate heart. I'm probably doing way too many stones, but probably fine. It's not bad. I kind of wondered if it might end up being bigger, but we could probably just move some of them out. Theodore Robinson, thank you for the follow. Hi, Queen. Hi, Queen. How are you today? In WoW. What have you been chasing in Legion? I thought I was missing something for a second. Oh, my giddy aunt. That's not bad. It's kind of squiggly. Lawmaster and almost all the artifact appearances. Missing one, but I'll be able to get it tomorrow. Suddenly got a bit of a paladin urge again, so I wanted them all. Oh, cute. I hope you've been having fun with that without getting yourself in discomfort, because I remember the conversation we were having about hand, wrist, arm pain and the likes. That's cute. There's lots of really cool decor to be gained from class order halls and stuff as well. I'm a bit jealous. I was working on it really conscientiously for a while, and then I lost it. I lost my momentum, and that was it. Right, this shouldn't be too difficult in my opinion. We're just gonna do probably like 2 or 3 of these. Since there wasn't a water feature that I liked the look of enough. And one more. Just making sure it's not kind of bleeding out anywhere and kind of destroying the illusion. Not bad. purchased the Jennifer pet, gathering all the cats for housing in 12.1. Oh, cute. That's a nice thing to work towards. Are you excited to have pets roaming around your house? You got any pet bed items or anything going in your house? I've changed up a bunch of stuff with how and when I play, so it's a lot more manageable now. Plus, I just got paid, so I can finally get that wrist brace, which should fix the last of the issues. Oh, that's amazing to hear. Nice. What a relief. I'm glad you can actually play the thing you want to play. Now, a pond... It almost needs to be like a little green, if I'm honest. But that's too swampy. I'm thinking Tide Sage Teal, maybe? Or is that kind of unnatural looking? I think that's okay. Or Angora Green? That's too dark. Let's go Tide Sage Teal. I've got plenty of those as well. Okay. And then... kind of want to get some bigger stones or like boulders. Can the boulders be customized? I don't think they can. No. I don't know if I can deal with them being different colors. That doesn't really make sense. The house is really cute. My house? Thank you. Super, super happy. Excited to main it in the next season. Oh, I'm really pleased for you. That's great to hear. You're going to be topping those meters. I just know it. And doing so comfortably. Yeah, because these stones that we've laid down are nice to create an outline for something, but they're not thick. They don't have girth. We have these ones, but they're tiny. I'm kind of thinking of like a little fountain. Like making a fake mini waterfall type thing. What would be a good item for that? This one's nice. What we'd need to do is shrink it down a little bit, maybe. And then... honestly, I kind of like the little plants, the weeds sticking out of the water. Kind of like so. And then you just like cover it in boulders until it's not visible anymore. So maybe I'll just need to swallow my pride and accept the fact that if I want it to look natural, there's going to be different colored rocks combined with each other. Let's just grab a couple different ones everywhere. Doesn't really matter if it's messy right now, I don't think. Maybe we'll do the same one but flip it on its head. At least in WoW, I hope my house won't look like a cat paradise, because I already have all the walls in real life filled up with cat stuff. My WoW pets will survive on no animal furniture. They'll be fine. They'll be home with you. That's all they want. That's all they need. You could always make some pet stuff if you wanted to. Right. There are very talented people who make fountains out of these items. And I seem to be struggling. I would really like have that little water, that little pool of water at the top where the fountain's actually coming from. I'm going to make this really small. Maybe just do this. Very fiddly. We like put this one in the bottom. Ah, it's very difficult. Oh. It's not bad. This part's kind of ugly. I don't live. I don't live. I think it's because this particular boulder is so pointy. It doesn't feel supernatural. You know what we could do though? Since it is a pond, you just cover it in plants and you'll never know. I bet this would look pretty. Maybe they should go full size at the foot of the fountain. The flowers would grow like out of the water. Cute. There are just little like weed items, which is more the vibe. Wheelock, see, we're on the same vibe. Should have read chat like 10 seconds sooner. What am I actually trying to do here? Let me think. Maybe not the violet. We could grab the bigger patches of grass. I think this is more what I was imagining. And just kind of conceal this part. Do you know what? What if we took a really big one and just made it tiny? Because I prefer that it's got a more natural shape. I mostly took the one from before because it was nice and flat and kind of thin. But this kind of still does the job. Like so. It does need to go fractionally lower, doesn't it? To hide this part. You can like barely see the part that I wanted to show, but it's fine. I think that's kind of pretty. And then ideally get the grass out of the way so you can actually see the fountain. Can I deal with the clipping? Not like super well. Maybe like that. It needs a tree too. I'd love like a willow tree. That would be so pretty here. These trees are nice. It's just wasn't exactly the vibe I was going for, but this is nice. Do a chestnut or maybe another laurel. Or both. Maybe this one could be like enormous. Yeah, we don't really have trees that hang down. There's a palm, but I don't care for that too much. I do feel like we should use these little mushrooms. It's cute. Could we even have another fountain of some kind cascading into this one? Maybe this... Actually, I like to use this to go in the pond, and then it kind of gives the water a little fake animation. The only bit that's going to be visible is this. I mean, that came together fairly quickly. This one looks difficult to hide. Yeah, it is. What would we have to do? Like a little vertical fall. No, breaks the illusion. That one's too tricky. That one's kind of dainty. It's got tiny little waterfalls in it. This feasible? Oh, not really. It's kind of too small, isn't it? Huh? Arendar one? From the dungeon? Hmm. Maybe it's not meant to be. I mean, it is fine like that for now, I think. I do feel like we need some foliage on the top as well. I don't want to do too many different types because it just gets a bit messy. Keep coming out of the editor. Let me hide my player as well while I think about it. I use the upper bit a lot and make it really big and hide it under the flooring. The Horde Fountain's really amazing for water stuff if you turn around and color it blue. Oh, I didn't think I really... Can you customize it? I don't think I've ever used this. Yeah, you can. I never noticed that. That's cool. What does it do? Ah, you change the metal trim. That's nice. Did we try and use this? It would have to be tiny, wouldn't it? It's the only issue. Yeah. Never mind. I guess I could try and get another overgrown Wildhammer fountain because it's just from the vendor, I think. Wildhammer vendor, maybe? Have some going diagonally up the rock face. Make it look a little purposeful, or not purposeful, the opposite. That's nice, because then you come out and there's a little water feature to the side. Just a little something. And I can't stop putting little seating areas down, but it just feels like the best thing to put here. Unless we want to make a little fake picnic area. I'm not sure why one would picnic in their own garden, but if you have a nice enough garden, I don't see why not. What food do we have? To be fair, there are quite some cute picnicky food items that we could use if we wanted to. There's the grapes, there's a little pie. That's not very picnicky, but there's a little bowl of carrots, a bowl of arc fruit. I was wondering about getting a basket and filling it with something. Thank you, Wheelock. It's been fun creating this whole house from start to finish. Well, we're not finished, but from the get-go, we streamed pretty much the entire process, so yeah, it's been a nice project to do with company rather than doing it all on my own. And we can like share ideas and everything. If you want to watch from the start, it is all available on my VODs channel on YouTube. I think the very first VOD is day 1 of this whole player housing build. They have a picnic basket in the store. Oh, do they really? I don't think I knew that. I mean, there are some nice items that could be used as a picnic blanket. This is one of them. Actually a doormat. But if you just kind of sunk it down to there. Or I did quite like that Tauren looking one. Alder Rise Rug. This one's nice. You can't customize it, but that's alright. And it's bigger. Fits in this space a bit nicer. The lighting's a bit weird on it, maybe. But we could get maybe some cushions. And I like the little stitch one. This one's a bit elegant. These are all a little elegant to be going out on a picnic blanket, I feel like. Although this one can be customized. Do you think we should put the two cushions next to each other and kind of lean one up against the other? Or should we like put them separate from each other? Also, I think if we are going to lean one, maybe the one with the tassels shouldn't be the one leaning. W plug. Can I visit? It depends if you are on the right server in the right region. I am EU Draenor. I suppose being EU is more important than being on the exact realm, but I think also my house might be locked right now just because I didn't want people coming in while I was building. It's almost like an exhibit that's not open to the public yet. Have you kept all your circle room builds? The wedding venue was cool. Sadly, Wheelock, I haven't, no. I would like to at least get the export strings in 12.1 when we get the feature to share builds, but while that's not an option, all of the builds that I've posted on YouTube and stuff outside of this house are no longer with us. Which is kind of a shame to admit, because a lot of work went into all of those, but it is what it is. It would be nice to at least have the codes for my future builds when that is an option. Let's keep them stacked up. It looks kind of messy and cute that way. And then, I mean, you wouldn't really have the plates, but maybe we could make a little tray. It's too fancy. Let's just grab maybe a crate. Just make it kind of look like a little board of some kind. I would have preferred a rectangle than to a square, but this will also do. Okay. The bowl of carrots is very cute. We're not going to be able to fit too much on here, are we? We can do the carrots and the grapes. Let's try and make it realistic. The grapes would be much smaller than the carrots, I would assume. Put those there-ish. I think they're floating as well. Hang on. Yeah, they were. Use the Zillow mat flipped over. That's a good idea, actually. I think that's customizable as well. Amiyu? Cute. What server? I'm also thinking how I would get people to my house without have to like share my battle net and stuff, I think. I'm pretty sure. I am just on in a public neighborhood, so I don't know if you can search for the neighborhood and just come that way. I'm unsure. They're elven grapes. They do it bigger and floatier around these parts. Maybe not like a whole meat and fish platter. I kind of like the berry pie. It's not picnic. There is like a little charcuterie board, which does work pretty well. Shall we try and make this work? 'Cause I'm almost curious about hiding the plank that it's on underneath this little mini table that we've made. It's on an ever so slight angle though. It's kind of clipping, but is that nice or is that really messy and weird? Maybe it looks like kind of messy. I suppose if we just hid it slightly inside the board, that looks neater. Maybe that's fine. We love a clippy queen. Should we have like a little glass of wine? Or a mug? I think we should have a little glass of wine. I didn't account for this. Maybe the wine glass goes there and we just have to shift everything over a little bit. Oops. Fancy picnic. Well, that looks rather nice. May have gone a little carried away on Amazon. Still going okay in here? I think so. Hope you had a good shopping spree. And then a little book. I commented on this last time, didn't I? We're running out of books that are cottagecore. They're all a little heavy. They've got skulls and metal all over them, or they're enchanted. Oh. This one is kind of nice. It's doing a bit much. It's kind of like a paladin tome, it looks like. This one's arcane. Oh no, I might have actually run out of books that work. I'm gonna steal this one. I knew there was one in here. I remember putting it here. Home of Draenei Faith. This one looks like a little journal. Partly tempted to lean this up against something as well, but Doesn't look supernatural. Hmm. No, I don't like that. I don't like that, actually. Can I just delete this and go again? Tome of Draenei Faith. Tome of Draenei. There we go. Maybe it just needs to go in between the book and in between the seats and the food. Maybe that's all we need. Sorted an Alliance mousepad because I ordered a Horde one yesterday. Can't have both either. This is true. A balance in all things. Which one will you use? That is the question. Maybe that's all we need for this little picnic area. I don't want to get too fierce. Oh, I found the stone that I put down by accident. There we go. Maybe we need some more flowers? Oh no, I really like these ones, but I've used them all. Do we just kind of corner this in like this? It's kind of nice. Grab some more little weeds. And then I kind of like the little buttercup flowers. The poppies. And make them slightly different sizes so they don't look super similar. Maybe turn them around. Is it too much to put a vase of flowers on the picnic blanket? This item is so cute. I think it belongs on like on a table. While I think about it, maybe I'll go and put it on a table. I think it belongs... It would look really nice in here, actually. It matches the little blanket. Would we put it right in the middle? Norway won in the football, if anyone's curious. I just got the thumbs up. It's dyeable now too? Oh, is it really? Oh, it is. Oh my god, can you change the color of the flowers? Stop. That is sensational. Thing is, I might honestly want to keep them white. Yellow is cute too. Yeah, honestly, maybe I just leave them as they are. The fact that you can even customize the little bow on it, that's cute. I like that. We could do like a stone vase, maybe the iron claw, so it's not identical to the basket. It almost matches the tea pot. Maybe do that. And then Maybe we can try and make things a bit more centered. Maybe they just need to be off-center. And face the bow to the door, of course. Or kind of off to the side. Oh. Although, hang on, that doesn't make any sense. You put the flowers behind the tea because the flowers are taller. I just thought about that. Put it this way. Maybe this looks a little better. That looks much better. Looks like you're playing Decor Duel. I never did win at that game. I never did win. I couldn't hide the whole way through the match. I always got caught. They do make it hard for you, though, I will say. Okay. Is the pond in a state that we like it? I would say so. For now, I think that's good. And that kind of occupies that part of the garden. I was thinking of having some kind of greenhousey structure or a shed of some kind over here. I saw someone make a kind of greenhouse thing out of the trellises. I do have 15 of them. Where would we want to put it? If the path comes like this, maybe it can go there. Three wide's probably enough, isn't it? I don't want it to be huge. 3 wide might even be too big. I'm gonna place this one and then remove it just because I think that's going to be the entrance. But I want to get the placement as accurate as I can. Yeah, let's maybe just do it like this. I don't want it to be huge. We'll probably have to go and buy more. Currently it looks like a cage fighting ring. Not the vibe I was going for. Okay. Now I'm curious what this will look like when we try and do a roof. How are we going to do the roof? We put them on top, but then we need to angle them. Oh gosh, because we're doing it on a diagonal, the angles are all rather strange. That might be alright though. I might even want it even shallower of a roof. Kind of like that. And now can I mirror this on this side? That is the question. And then I think you can just cover up any gaps or overlaps with beam platforms. Then it actually looks more like a structure as well. I think this should work. Maybe 70%? Okay. We only have 3 trellises left. So maybe we need to quickly go to the vendor and we will buy some trellises and we'll buy more of the fence that we can dye because I accidentally bought the undyeable version last time. How silly of me. Why wouldn't they just make both versions of the fence dyeable? Okay, he sells the fence. It's the long fence that is dyeable. Long Founders Point fence. I'm sure of it. I've placed 2, which is a good sign. Let's get 10. Oh. That could be a good way to get an extra tier in the fountain. I didn't realize I didn't have one of those. And then plenty of trellises. Shall we get 30? We should need 30. We should only honestly need maybe like 6 in total. But hey ho. I'm farming right now. Need to make back the 200,000 gold I spent on housing this past week. Gosh. It does just drain your gold, doesn't it? Worth it. Very worth it. Okay, bought the trellis, bought the fence pieces. I did want a little basket. I can't remember where you get them. The basket with the handle. I've got one in my house, I think, so it should appear in the catalog. Basket? Oh, it's from the Stormwind rep vendor. That would be very useful to have. So maybe we quickly go to Stormwind and get that, assuming I can get it on this character. Otherwise, I have to log into my priest. Classic. We're on a exalted with Stormwind. Oh, it should be fine. I've probably spent over 500 to 600,000 since housing started, but you can make it back. Ironically, you can make it back with housing. But yeah, it is a tremendous amount of gold. But hey, once you have a decor item learned, that's the 10 house experience for you, and job's a good one. Westfall woven basket. These are adorable. Give me 10. Do you want anything else? I think we're good. Oh, we have to learn these manually. And then let's go home. Oh yeah, I wanted to test this. Can you just like search a neighborhood? I think you can. Oh no, you have to search, you get to search your friends. Oh. Golden Blessing Hamlet. Okay, I don't think you can just search neighborhoods, but you can randomly refresh them. I literally spent like 5+ mil on housing. I can't cope anymore. Give me everything. How much gold do you have? I've spent a lot. I haven't kept tabs on how much, but I have been known to go through the auction house and just sift through all the housing that's all the decor that's on there. And until we hit like, I don't know, 15k per decor piece, I tap out. That's where I tap out. The rest I'll buy, and I have. But there's lots of profession stuff I need to get still, which would be nice to do myself, but it's just about getting there, you know? Don't even have the professions leveled up necessarily. I've got some. Hopefully, this trellis comes together somewhat swiftly. I think this is going to be adorable. Oops. If you buy the mats, it's usually cheaper to put in a crafting order than buy the decor piece from the auction house. I learned that pretty quickly. Yeah, that is a good hack actually. Don't think I ever did that. It's kind of bad. Also, what I should do is check crafting orders as the crafter myself. Because alchemy has some really nice stuff that a lot of people want. They can make hot tubs, or a hot tub at least. Maybe we'll do a slight overextension in the back and the front because I'm not going to fit 3 in here flush. So I think if we just purposefully bring the ends out a little bit, it might look quite nice. Not like that. Even hang one of those baskets off of that beam. I kind of want to do that right now. Or there was the dried roses, which could be even cuter. Although they are like Dryad and dead. Let's see. Oh, so that has to be kind of huge. I mean, it's kind of adorable. With like some kind of plant cascading out of it. What cascading plant do we have? I guess the ivy. It's kind of adorable. I kind of like it. Although it is clipping like mad. We could do two, so that the back half doesn't look empty. Yeah, that looks better. Just in case you didn't know that this was a greenhouse. Oh, I didn't think about this though. I have to now close this gap. The public ones won't show up because it's Draenor and I'm on Argent Dawn. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, and then you can't search neighborhoods either. That's tough. Oh my god. Okay, let's see how this works. We just do it like that and like it just has to be okay. I honestly think that's fine. Suppose you could just leave the top open. Or put a little vertical column on either side. Not super necessary. But it is cute. And kind of makes sense. The ivy from the Argentina will be nice to use on the trellises. You can use ivy or hostas to fill in those gaps. Doesn't have to be structural. True. Also, I don't think I have that Argentina item you're talking about. There's an easy way to find out. Midnight. Oh, this one? Remember if I've done the Argentina this week. I don't think I have. Maybe I can go and get it. That's a nice one. It's pretty. Maybe the back. I won't bother with the structural piece. Save on what budget we can, you know? Even though we're still just about sub 3k. I'm also thinking of just covering the back of this structure with trees and stuff, so it's almost kind of unwalkable. Just because it's dead space either way. This part is tough. The angles. I need to make this little cube in the middle where you can move omnidirectionally more clickable. I always misclick it. I do kind of want to put wood around the bottom as well. Is that too much? I don't care for the wood, the metal. It's like a diet. No, I like it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Could these be bigger? No, that doesn't make sense. Listen, you've watched me place some more beam platforms than this. Oops. Oops, I just deleted it. This is going to be worth it, I promise. You guys have a favorite room in your player house currently? I think because of it being new, my current favorite is the bedroom that we built. It was inspired by traditional tea houses in Japan and Korea. I just had a vision of what I wanted it to look like, and actually, more or less, it came together. We placed an obscene amount of canvases and spears to make it work, but it was worth it. And it's just a very calming room. It's got a little rock garden with a kind of nighttime ambience. There's a hot spring bath, also with a nighttime window. Is this worth? No, because it needs to be 70 so that it fits. Actually, it kind of just about does fit. There's like a tiny bit of floating. Or do we use a column? Maybe this is the move. Hmm. I really like this column for the little details in it, but maybe for simplicity, we'll just have to go with this plain one, because it's causing some weird clipping. Not bad. I'm not going to do this on every vertical column, don't worry. Just the entrance, so it looks a bit more finished. The rest will be hidden with other things, I think. I hope. Greenhouse. I guess we'd put wood underneath, right? Do you think? Kitsuna, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're doing well. How was your stream? What did you guys get up to? Hi, Honeyboo. Thank you for the follow, darling. Very kind. I appreciate it. Welcome, guys. Gosh, you know what? We've been getting absolutely spoiled with raids lately. I think the last 3 streams, or at least the last few streams, we've had a raid every stream. I'm blessed. How generous. Oh, good, Kitsuna. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. We are just expanding our fake garden in the player house in WoW. And we've just built this fake greenhouse structure. It's not like finished by any means. I kind of want to dye them. Not Kodo hide hardwood. That looks so much better immediately, doesn't it? I don't think we need to dye the 3rd slot, but 1 and 2. Oh, wait. I've lost track of what I'm dyeing. Or do we just send it? Do you know what? We'll worry about that later. Oh, thank you, Honeyboo. That's very kind. Oh my gosh, those emotes are so adorable. Let me give you a follow, Kitsuna. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. I think we followed each other within the same second. What were you guys doing on stream today? Were we playing a game? I think let's get a flooring down. I like this Orgrimmar wood because it's really messy. Looks like it's been pieced together. That's a good way to hide the metal in the bottom, isn't it? Let's just lift the floor up. And then just create a little step. This one seems really low all of a sudden. Or the angle's just off. I feel like the angle might be off. Do you know what? I've had an idea. Garden. What? Oh, I thought it was called planter. Oh my god, this is the first time I'm using this item. I'm so excited. I want to use 2. Period. These are so adorable. Did my makeup on stream, get ready with me style, played Project Threshold, and then attempted to play guitar/sing songs. Oh, I bet you didn't fail, Kitsuna. That sounds like such a wholesome stream. I hope you guys had fun. Get ready with me would be so cute. Never done one of those. We do Heartwood Bronze. That's a nice combo. Kind of blends in as well. And then we've got to get some flowers going. Or some kind of greenery. Small foliage. Maybe some little poppies in this one. We do a couple small ones. And I make them look like a little bunch. Maybe just some tiny ones in the back, just to cover up that little gap. Perfect. No, you're all good, Kitsuna. I just said that your stream sounded very wholesome. And that I would actually low-key love to do a get ready with me, although my lighting here is not great. And I also would need a standing table mirror, because I actually don't have one currently. Kids community wants more get ready with me's. They're so fun to watch. What kind of makeup did you do? Just like everyday makeup, or was it a specific look? I used to love doing makeup, but I don't typically do much makeup anymore. Like I used to love doing eyeshadow and stuff. It used to take a lot of time. Mm, what matches this poppy cluster? I want to get a kind of a green that complements it. We could do this sunrise bush. Have a bit more yellow. You think? Oh, Christ. Kind of cute. It's a gothy look for an outing tonight. Purples and reds. Ooh. That sounds fun. I don't think I've ever done goth makeup. Actually, do I just barefaced lie? I don't even have those photos anymore. I did a gothic drag look once. Oh my god, I do have it. No way. Oh. This was a long time ago. This was 2019. You want to see my attempt at... I don't know if it's gothic, but it was just very dark, which, I mean... This was my gothic drag look. I was meant to wear it to, like... I had a friend at the time that was making a YouTube video. Not a YouTube video, a music video. And they were super kind of, like, gothic, emo-y music. And I was like... They asked me to be part of it with all of our other friends. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I was like, I've got time. Why don't I just serve a look? So I did goth drag makeup. I low-key was feeling it. This was just in my bedroom. And the worst part was I did this whole look. And when I started, I thought, I don't feel great. Like I felt kind of poorly. And then by the time I'd finished doing this, I felt too unwell to go out. So I spent the best part of 3 hours doing that makeup. And then had to text my friend and be like, I can't come, I'm really sick. And then I ended up having like a flu, like a fever. So I just took it off. Took some pictures. Took the wig off, took the makeup off. And that was it. Bloody typical. But it was fun. I've done a couple drag attempts in the past. Only like the look. I've never performed. That part didn't appeal to me. You gonna plant vegetables or just flowers? Oh, good question, Wheelock. I think we should do a mixture. Do you agree? Because we do have that planter bed. This would be really nice. I'm kind of wondering, could we maybe do crops outside, flowers inside? If we were to put stuff outside, where would it go? I kind of want to put something kind of Pandaren in this area, so I don't want to fill that too much, but maybe we could have some crops over here. Made pumpkins with cushions. Oh my god, that's adorable. Maybe we should do that here as well. Thank you, Kitsuna. Unfortunately, I must raid and run. It was lovely meeting you. Have a great rest of stream. Thank you so much. I hope you have a fabulous time at your outing. Enjoy. And thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate the support. It was lovely to meet you too. I'm wondering, I kind of want to sink this into the ground a little bit. I don't want it to be super tall. And I reckon we could even do like a couple in a row. Just have little rows of crops. Let me make these as identical as we can. Seeds. This is hard. We do 2 like that and 1 horizontal. Then it's kind of in line with the actual greenhouse, which is nice. Tickles my brain. Let me just see my character for scale here. Fits pretty nicely in these little gaps. It's a little tight. Thank you for the lurk, Honeyboo. I appreciate it. Hopefully housing streams make for good lurking background content. There we go. Shall we try and make some pumpkins now, Wheelock? I think I have the cushions. Actually, I reckon these could be used. They're kind of glowy, which is a bit strange. Nah, immediate regret. Never mind. You have the dye. Ooh, good question. I'm assuming were you using the... I always forget what they're called. Elegant seat cushion. These ones? That's a pumpkin. I have three Elwyn pumpkin colors. So we could just do 3 pumpkins in this planter. I don't want 4 though. Because you can dye the stem. Yeah. You can do carrots too, make them smaller with green grass sticking out. Do you know what, Lost? Funny you should say that. Let me show you. I saw someone do that on YouTube or TikTok or somewhere once. And I stole the idea. They're in my pantry. I love them. You can barely even see them, but I know they're there. And they're adorable. We could do more carrots, I suppose. They're pretty easy. Okay. Let's commit to this. There's one. How do pumpkins look when they're growing? I just thought about this. Maybe I'll have them all kind of sitting on the soil or kind of coming out of the soil. They can be kind of wonky. I don't want them to float, but I don't want them to be just like sat on the top. They need to be in between. They don't have to be pumpkins. They can be other types of melons. Oh, cute idea, actually. Yeah, if we did like kind of a light green or something. Is there any world where we put like some weeds on the top? I mean, this little perch would kind of give as a stem. It's too big. It's kind of gnarly. I kind of live for it. Oh, that was accidental, but that looks even better. Oh, it's a little knobbly. I want just that little root piece, but I can't really get that, I don't think. I suppose that works. I just found that by accident. Only problem is that's the only one of that I've got, so never mind. Okay. Next. Elwyn Pumpkin. Grizzly Hills Green. This one can be fractionally smaller. This one's 122. We can make this one, oh no, 110. Guess they wouldn't be super close together. Maybe we do just do 3. No, I like the idea of doing 4. Changed my mind. Oh, no problem, honey boo. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you joining for the raid. Thank you so much. I sunk that Niffin platter with the carrots in my garden. Oh, I just used it on my picnic table. For science. I kind of want to make them kind of big. Oh, look. That is adorable. To be honest. I want them like huge. That looks so cute. Maybe we have to do that. That looks better than it being on the picnic table. Good idea, Wheelock. You can also sink part of the Stormwind produce seller's stand. I might even have that. Produce. Oh. Yeah, I could. Is that too much of an assortment of different things in one place? It's gonna fit really satisfyingly in this in this planter, isn't it? Although it's got the back to it. Oh my god. It's pretty cute. Let's think the watermelons. How would you do that? Oh, because like just the watermelon would be on the top. I see what you're saying. Good shout. Like sink it all the way down. Ah. Oh my god. It just does not want me to be able to move it. That's kind of adorable. Right, let me do this. I was figuring out other ways to get a root on the pumpkins. I mean, honestly, we could probably use more of the Rutani stuff. This kind of, it's got like pink in it, which is a bit strange. Oh yeah, it's too garish. Oh, this would be nice. The little Druid Order Hall one. It's kind of adorable that they all have different stems. Like Goofy. Uh, this is our last Elwyn pumpkin for now. But I can just either go and buy some or make some. That one honestly feels too big. Does it? I don't know. Is that floating? The tiniest amount. Oh yeah, the tip of the pillow roll. Do I have more of those? Oh, I do. This is what I did for the carrots. In fact, carrot is just this, dyed specific colors. Probably the same combination, actually. Yeah, all you need is that, ideally. There's only one of that left. Suppose that's fine. You can actually keep the rest purple because it's going to be hidden. Good idea. Maybe it's going to bug me when I come back to this that those stems are all different, but if that's the case, we'll just make them all the pillow roll. Is there anything we could put in the end of this that's not a pumpkin? Like, could we put some kind of cart? It's a bit much. Or a bucket or a basket? One of these baskets? No, I feel like the basket needs to go just by the entrance. Maybe on a stool. I love putting a thing on a stool. Maybe a little further this way. I'll just go and get another pumpkin dye. Dang it. And grizzly hells. Do I have anything with me? Orange dye. No. Wish I could mount in my house. Am I lazy? Do I just buy the dye? I'll see how cheap they are. Shopping. Elwyn pumpkin. Oof. What was the other one? Grizzly Hills green. Okay. I think I'm gonna make my own just because I do care a little bit about my gold. So let's make a new list. Orange dye. Fireweed. Add to list. Foxflower, gold clover. Foxflower. Gold clover. Golden sandsem, heart blossom. Ah, Bowman, thank you for the 3-month resub. How are you today? I'm doing well, thank you. All the better for seeing you. Thank you so much. How are you? Lovely to see you, and thank you for your continued support. Oh, sorry, 5 months, not 3 months. I lie through my teeth. Heresy. So sorry. 5 months. Do beg my pardon. Even better. Golden sandsem. Did I add this? No. Heart blossom. Oh, heart blossom's expensive. Probably because it's hard to get. Law drop, nightmare vine. Rain poppy. Sanguithorn, siren's pollen. Widow bloom and risebark. And now we can just search everything in orange dye and filter by price. Oh, 25 silver. Oh no, that's a leaf. That's why. You need to buy 10. Sanguithorn then. And then, do I have a green dye? Yeah, wait, I do already have one of those, which is useful. Blessing Blossom. Oops. Also, I called it Grand Dye. Let me change that right now. That's going to annoy me. Green dye. And then we can make the pigment. Liar! You don't have the herbs. I have some in like a garrison, but if they're less than a gold, I'm gonna be buying them. I'm definitely gonna be buying them. Also, I didn't consider that 100. I do actually need, you need 10 at a time. I could have bought 1,000. But that's fine. We only need this many right now, I think. And I'm going to remember, unlike last time, to actually go and make the dye. Because we've only made the pigment. On vacation from work, so I'm happy. And I'm away from home with my parents for the week. Been on a bunch of lovely late night walks by the beach the last three days, so I'm happy. Oh gosh, that sounds delightful, Bowman. You deserve it. I'm really pleased for you. I went to the beach on Saturday when Loff and I went camping with some friends, and we all fell asleep on the beach, which was really nice and so peaceful and relaxing. But we all came home with a sunburn. Even though we were wearing SPF, it happens. UV was high. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I farm my garrison and my farm every day. It's how I make some of my gold back. Oh gosh, yeah, do you know what? I have my entire farm in Pandaria built. I did it primarily for decor. I just neglect it now that I'm finished. I should probably make a better effort to earn some gold back, because it's quite easy. I just don't be doing it, I'll be honest. I don't really play WoW unless I'm streaming at the moment. Or raiding, but we cancelled both raid nights this reset because of attendance, so it is what it is. I'm kind of just not playing WoW at the moment. I've started a new Animal Crossing island, which is what's keeping me occupied for now. I named it Elwyn, my island. You can plant Trillium ore and motes of harmony at your farm. Yeah. I think maybe I'm not completely finished with the farm, because I think I still have unlocks to do before I can get the really valuable stuff rolling, but it was good, honestly, just to even grow the crops, because a lot of people were buying them for the cooking decor items at first. So, how was the camping trip? It was really fun, thank you, Bowman. It was hectic at times. I had to drive in my tiny car with me and Loff and our belongings, plus my friend and her boyfriend or fiance, and their belongings, and they brought a ton of stuff. Somehow we managed to fit it all in my car. The most chaotic thing that happened was we arrived. We knew that the weather was going to be a little tenuous. We weren't sure how good or bad it was going to end up being, but we were threatened with rainstorms. We managed to avoid it until Loff and I skipped away for like half an hour to go to a supermarket just to get some last minute things and then come back to the campsite. By the time we came back, both the tents were built and people had started a fire, which was really nice because we got to kind of come back and just sort of chill. Food was being cooked, and someone had just opened a beer for me. And after a long day, I sat down in a camping chair with my beer and I took a bite of my food. Immediately it starts raining. The second I start relaxing, I was like, well, fantastic. And although we'd built the 2 tents, they didn't build the gazebo. And the gazebo was what we were going to use as kind of communal shelter, because the tents are only really for sleeping. You couldn't fit 8 of us in a tent. So it was then the chaos of trying to put the gazebo up in the rain, with everyone chiming in with how we thought it was to be done. and not getting anywhere until we discovered, or Loft discovered, we just didn't have all the pieces of the gazebo. My friend just didn't pack them all, so it was physically impossible to build the gazebo at all. So we were just getting wet for no reason. And I just ate a soggy kebab and waited for the rain to pass. But it was funny. Like we'll remember that now, and it will be a fond memory for us to reflect on, and I'm sure we'll be laughing many years from now when we talk about that whole experience again. Okay, crops. I do kind of want to do carrots. I'm just wary that it's the same colors as the pumpkins. And we do already have like those carrots. What could we do? Kind of would love to put these strawberries. I can't remember where you get this sumptuous berry pie. It's from Midnight. I think it's from a vendor. Oh look, I kind of live. Strawberries don't grow like this, but I don't think I care. I think that's so cute. I can't explain it, but I kind of want the strawberries to go over here. And we will need a a vast amount of these berry pies to make this work. Maybe that's not the best idea. Something super funny happened to me on Saturday. We'd been in the car for 4 hours with 18 degrees in the car, and when I left the car, 40 degrees outside, I immediately got an explosive headache and a nosebleed. I didn't know your body did that. It was like, nope, 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 too warm, go inside again. Your body was like revolting against you. Oh my god. I hope you're okay. I cannot with the beer, but replace it with a cider, and that sounds like heaven. I'll take a cider too. Just for some reason, I was craving a beer. I think I just felt very bunga with being outside in a field in nature. I was like, give me a beer. Normally, I would drink like wine. It just didn't really feel like the vibe for camping. I should have thought about what to put out here before I did this. What are these? What are they? Just herbs. I suppose herbs does work. We could take some shrubs and just pretend. Bushes. Like this kind of looks like a kind of, I don't know, basil plant or something, maybe? Especially if we made them kind of small like this. Maybe a hosta bush. Actually, this looks like basil. Maybe the other one's giving like rosemary. And then... Ooh, I like this one. Albeit a little wide. Do they look like little herbs? This one's too straight. Just simple, not too much. Can you put some hosta bushes around the strawberries? That probably would help, wouldn't it? I do want to do the strawberries again. Oh, I guess there's blueberries as well. Then we could kind of do both. I cover the fact that this is in a bowl just by putting like a bush on top of it? Or is that too much? What's too big? It's way too big. Or just a rug. I think this will be too big as well. Damn it. Okay. I mean, maybe it's not a big deal. Oh, we could use one of the cushions and maybe just dye it brown, because this would be small enough, wouldn't it? Is the underside the same? It is. If we just put this underneath and make it kind of look like, I don't know, soil or something. This might not work, but we'll see. Heartwood. It doesn't really get dark enough. Ratchet rust is too red. I guess we just do heartwood. Do you know what? It will do. There you go. I think I'm too child-brained to drink beer. I just find it gross. That's not child-brained. Don't worry, Bowman. It's just a taste thing. Don't get me wrong. I can't do pints and stuff. I'm not really a draft beer gal. So far, I drink bottled beer, and the two bottled beers I drink are very similar. On the camping trip, I was drinking Corona. And I also like Desperados, which is basically the same, but I think there's a touch of tequila in those ones. Very delicious if you get a little lime wedge. I do like cider as well. I just end up finding that they're very sweet. So I just get a little sick of them. Can you rotate herbs upside down to look like something's growing? What should we try? Maybe with this one, because it's so boxy. It's like the underside is just super dark is the only thing. At least on this one. That's a really nice idea. It might work with other types. So they've got little roots on them. That's a nice idea. Yeah, the lighting gets funky. It might be because we're in this room and we've got the daylight. But I do like the idea of the strawberries with the hosta bush. How would we do this? Just like on a bed of leaves, like makes it look a bit more established. I don't want to swallow them up. Oh, I had it better before. It does not need to be this neat. That's cute though, right? Like, that's kind of nice. Sumptuous berry pie. Actually, there's a faster way to find this out. Sathrin Azadorn. I'm pretty sure that is the vendor at the Southwell Soiree. Correct. Should we get 3 more? Just gonna log on to my druid quickly. She's closer. Oh, the string of herbs we lock. Sorry, I misunderstood. We could try and fit that in somewhere potentially. We do have the inside of the greenhouse thing as well. Although we were going to put flowers in there, weren't we? We're on an important mission to go and buy berry pies. I'll be down to try some ciders. The thing is, I think my problem is I can't drink large volumes, and beer and cider both come in typically quite large volumes. And I guess when you add carbonation, or the extent to which beer and cider are carbonated, it's too much for me. I just get like, I get genuinely full or like bloated. Was there anything else while we're here? There's the berry pie. There are the grapes. But that's too much because the grapes have to grow on a vine or like off of a trellis. Strawberries do too, but I'll let that one slide. The dessert platter's cute and it's got more strawberries on it, but you'd see the cream of that cake. Do we want anything else? To be fair, these tables make for very cute, like, greenhouse tables. They're just not customizable. I might buy a couple. Maybe 3 more. Oh, this is a rest area. Rude. But Have you guys been watching the World Cup? I am not a football fan in the slightest, and quite frankly, the World Cup doesn't really change my desire to watch football. I don't really feel that much of an affiliation towards England. You know, I don't need to see them win. I don't need to even see them play, quite frankly. I know England usually do quite well. To that I say good for them. Like, I don't mean to be horrible, I just don't care. And that is fine, but football is such a huge part of culture in the UK that you do kind of feel a bit alienated at times if you don't like it, and people almost antagonize you as if you don't like it to be special or to be different, when it's just the case that I don't like the sport. I don't really care for the culture around it. It causes a lot of problems, socially speaking. There is so much money in it that I also don't necessarily agree with. It's just not a bit of me, babes. That's all it is, really. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel a need to justify why I don't like football. It's just how it is in this country's culture and in my upbringing personally as well. My dad was a referee in professional football for a long time. My brother grew up playing football, so I had to go and watch matches. And at home, football was on the TV pretty much every evening without fail. Regardless of what other people wanted to watch, football dominated because they wanted to watch it. But here we are. I understand for other people it can be exciting when, you know, a country that they support or their national team, such as Norway, being in the World Cup can be really exciting, especially if it's a team that doesn't usually qualify. Again, Norway. Loff is very excited about the fact that Norway are in the World Cup, and rightly so. So he's kind of getting into it, but as soon as the World Cup is over, and I imagine probably even if and when Norway are knocked out, his interest will plummet again. I live by a strict rule, anyone but England and Denmark. As in, to support? I love football, but I don't interact with supporter culture at all. So excited about Sweden in the World Cup, but we're getting battered by France tonight. You never know. You never know. Also, those strawberries low-key turned out really adorable. I think that's very cute. Not super accurate, but I think they're really nice. Nice pop of color too. Okay, well now it doesn't really make sense that there would be carrots in this basket because there aren't any carrots. Maybe it should just be empty. Like, I don't see why the basket couldn't be empty. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll put the bowl back on the picnic table. Okay. We've got a little crop station over here. Should probably box this in with some trees and some bushes. Maybe here would be a good place for an apple tree. I haven't actually put an apple tree yet. Yeah, that does look better. Because it looks like an extension of the crops. I don't know how she's getting up there. We could build a little fake ladder, but that's not on my to-do list right now. And then maybe some of the nice garden clusters. This one's pretty and just like simple. More of these. We don't want to accidentally use the same shrubs as what's in the planter boxes, because that wouldn't make sense. Running out of clusters. Okay. Anyone but England and Denmark can win. Denmark has friendly rivalry with them as a country. Low-key Norway too. Hope they lose, but in a sibling way. And England because I find the English supporter culture revolting. Yeah. Someone said the other day. It was my friend that said that the England fans don't deserve for England to win, because I agree. Their behavior is not okay. At all. Is there a world where we make a little blueberry bush? It would kind of have to be its own thing, which is then going to be kind of upsetting. Jess, 23-month resub. Thank you so much. Goal! Thank you. Oh my goodness, that is a long time. Gosh. How are you? Thank you for all of the support. I appreciate it very much. Also, oh my god, it's the last day of Pride. I love the fact that Jess rocked up and I just remembered that. That's true, right? Tomorrow's the 1st of July. Oh. That's okay. We'll be okay. Yeah, we'll have to turn straight again tomorrow. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Don't know anything at all about the World Cup. I barely know what's happening. I'm just trying to fit in. Girl, same. That's me. And I was in a pub on Saturday night watching the football. It was not my preferred vibe. I just joined to be a good friend and spend time with my friends. Okay. Maybe we'll leave the blueberry bush because I don't know where I would put it. Okay. In terms of inside the greenhouse, we've got some space. Where were those tables we bought? These ones. Oh gosh, they're huge. I didn't realize they were so big. Oh. And also, they're a lot brighter than I was expecting. And you can't dye them, which I was fairly certain you couldn't. Oh, they are low. Also. Doesn't really fit, does it? That's a shame. Oh, wait, this little, like, chopping table is kind of cute. Despite the horde axe. Maybe we need to have that. It's really cute. Aren't there the log piles? I used it somewhere. In the bathroom? Oh, crap. Where did they come from? Log. Lumber? Oh, it's from Decor Jewels, of course. Oh my god, Bowman. I never... I've never seen it like that before. You just set like a homophobic person off on a whole spiel if they were to see that. Potting table should look rustic. I agree. Do I quickly go to the decor jewel vendor and see if I can buy some lumber? Why I bought only one, I do not know, unless it's because you have to have the currency. I'm not doing decor jewel to be able to afford it. That's a bridge too far. Oh, we're so close. Please. It said in here that you could get it for like Marl, but it's from the same vendor. Oh no. Can you, like, transfer? Do you know what? It's not that deep. I'm going to go and steal the lumber from the bathroom because I just put it there as a random piece of decor. But now we have an actual place for it that makes sense. I even remember where I put it. That is kind of scary. Okay. I just saw another thing in there that would be really cute to have. Give me this honey pot. Anything else? You can keep the rest. Thank you. The concept of placing a Windrush totem in your own house. Lumber. I was thinking of, like, tucking it under the bench. Look how adorable that is. We just need to get some more, but I don't feel like doing decor jewel right now. I think she would have a little wood. What's this called? Lumbering station. It's a nice little addition in that little space. Also, the plan is to put these Gilnean stone walls all over this area, so it's not just going to be the sky meeting the ground. I'm also curious what size I scaled this up to. Oh, max. Okay, got it. Like, we would just line the room with these. I swear. I'm not going to do this right now, but maybe we'll cover up this little gap. And then, actually, you don't even really see the seam from far. That immediately looks better, in my opinion. Lumbering, a humble lumberer, just like Jesus. Okay. Potting table. Table. Actually, diable? Ooh. They're so low. What is going on? Oh, this one is probably the winner. I do only have one, but I'm pretty sure it comes from the neighborhood vendor. Actually, also, we could just have different types. Like, I kind of want the greenhouse to be really messy. Like, this could be like a heartwood table. I also kind of like the dark wood metal on it, like have it really dark. Or we could do... Let's do it, why not? I never use the dark metal colors. There's... This one would probably be really good just here. Maybe this one could be copper. Should we just make it all the same? Like, I'm gonna kind of struggle to make it distinct. Maybe we make it purposefully the same. And then the rest of the dyeable options aren't super giving. Maybe we could look for an undyeable one. Non-dyeable. Ooh. This one's kind of wide. Could do just a... This almost looks like a bench. I could have a rounded one. No. Andaran one. Oh. I didn't think about this. Maybe we should use this one. Maybe swap these over. I don't love the towel. So maybe if it's hidden that side. Should have done that before I dyed these, because we could probably try and make these match slightly. Honestly, Kodo Hide Brown's not far off. They're very orange wood. I'm just going to commit to that before I change my mind. Also, there is this Caldori desk that actually has stuff on it. Maybe that would be better. Yeah, let's do that. Give us less work to do. It's got so many cute clutter things on it that do work in a little greenhouse environment. And then I was thinking, just stick some planters in any of these gaps. Just make it kind of messy. There could be a planter on the table. Maybe a small one by the door. And then... Oops. One down there. Maybe not one there, actually. Do you have the watering can? I do. Or one of them. I don't know if there's multiple. Just stick that there so I don't lose it. It's huge. Oh, the hay bales. Oh. Doesn't make a ton of sense, but I do kind of live. Like, could we put two? Do I have two? Or did I only buy one? What's that? Bought multiple. I know myself too well. Do you think? Just put them kind of angled on top of each other. Yeah, why not? God, these lanterns would be so adorable in here. Short. Oh my god. What is happening when I type? Oh god, it's bugging out. Short hanging tavern lantern. Oh my goodness. It's so adorable. I don't want to get too fierce with this. Should we maybe just do one? I think that's good. Okay. Planters. We're going to do flowers in here, aren't we? We could have... some Gift of Gilneas. Maybe in this one? Oh, honey, we need to hide you. I'm so sorry. Like that. And maybe some Gloom Rose in... These ones are too similar. Let's put the Gloom Rose on this one. Maybe we'll just do 2 in this one. It'd be a bit more sparse. You housing girlies are so good at this stuff. Thank you, Spy. It's good fun. Ooh, the pink and the orange together would look really cute. We're doing a lot of roses, but I think that's fine. I don't see a problem with that. Maybe in the other small one, we'll just do like a shrub. So it's not too fierce with flowers. There we go. And then, to be fair, the little violet would be really cute here because it's a bit more purple next to the other purple flower. And it is more dainty as well. It's almost a little too dainty though. Also doesn't fit. I'm kind of averse to this spirit bloom flower just because it's too unnatural. Purple and yellow are nice. Also dried roses. We just put these like over here. Kind of makes sense in a greenhouse filled with roses that you'd have some dried ones. Um, bushes. I think all we could do is like the not weeds, like the little grass patches. I don't know, maybe they're like chives or something. Just because I've made this pot really small, so we're going to struggle to shrink things down enough. I don't think she's growing marijuana. Azeroth Corpse, we will. I mean, who would suspect an old Pandaren grandma in her cottage to be doing such a thing? Right, let's get the watering can. I suppose it could sit... I think it looks nice on this table. Maybe this part can just be kind of bare. Oh my god, the leaves. I live. It doesn't make any sense to have this here because the trees literally have green leaves on them. Maybe if we plonk it on a table, does it look like she's, I don't know, sorting through them like they're dried herbs? Maybe. If we could put another basket next to them, that might make more sense. Swap these over. What else do we have? There's the Stranglethorn Kelp. I've never liked how garish this green is. But maybe we could just like turn it on its back and slide it under the table. And it just looks like a sack of something, maybe. You can kind of see it when you walk in, maybe not. I don't care too much for the Haranir stuff. There's a Hungarian sack. No further questions, Your Honor. Maybe this fungal jar could be something? Kind of ugly. We do have those herbs. What about those? They could maybe go above the desk. This might soon become my fave build of yours. Really? I'm honored. Those, oh, the arc fruit doesn't really give either. Damn it. Ooh, the jar. I forgot about the jar. Doesn't make a ton of sense, but it is really adorable. It kind of looks like honey. Imagine we could have like a beehive. I would live. Or maybe we just need some jars. Do we have jars? Oh, fine. Just get the fungal jar in here. It kind of fits color scheme wise at least. What about a lantern? Okay. I had a different lantern in mind, but I don't actually currently have any, so never mind. Accents, ornamental. I don't want a bird. I don't want a caged bird. It is really cute, but that feels really cruel. I don't want to do that. Oh, a scale. Nope, too Koreshi. A runestone, a quill. Yes, of course. I made this myself. A Pandaran alchemist kit. Let's freaking go. Running out of surfaces to actually do any kind of gardening on, but cluttered at least. Oh my god. I've been waiting to have a reason to use this. Look how cute. That low-key belongs better in this space. Maybe we put the lumber over here. Fluff is currently very amused by his League of Legends game, if you heard that. A little Pandaren cart. I'm not sure where this cart is being taken to, but could add little crates of stuff into that. Honestly, if you do closed ones, you don't need to fill it with fake stuff. And it is dyeable. We do 2 of the same. Actually, the Holy Oak tan is cute. Let's do that. There we go. She shipped off her crops. Do you have any of those wisps of hay? It would look more realistic if you sink some floral and greens into the floor and make it look messy. Wisps of hay. Bloody hell. I've never heard him react like this to a League of Legends game before. There is this really adorable item. It's like a trough. To be fair, yeah, if there was like hay scattered around the floor, that would be nice. This is a bit too dense, isn't it? Yeah, like a dome of hay. I mean, we can get some like maybe these. They look spiky though, is the only thing. What about this turned upside down? Ooh. There we go. That's not so bad. That's all right. I mean, for realism, it can go under this table. I wish you could have like a more sparse version, as if it's scattered further out towards the door. I guess if we made it smaller, we can kind of create that illusion. It's just very dense. It kind of goes sparse this way. Sure, why not? The neighborhood vendor has 4 more versions of the Wisps of Hay. Oh, okay. I must have only bought a couple, which is kind of strange. I probably use these to tumbleweed. Kind of spiky, but you get the gist. They're like little twigs or something. Is that gnarly? I don't know. What if it flips all the way up on its head? Oh, it's too dark. Huh. We have these outside, but this shade of green is honestly not bad for almost like leaves or some kind of debris that's floated in. Doesn't look very good though. Never mind. I mean, I think this is pretty good. There's not a ton more I want to add in here, I don't think. Oh my god, I'm stuck. Where's my character? Or can I just not walk through this? Oh. Do I need to lift it up? Oh. Huh. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Oh. You can get in, but you can't get out. That is like a crazy trap. What if we angle it? Is that weird? It's a little weird. You can get in and out. That's really weird, isn't it? Maybe I can live with it. It's kind of funky. think it's also a fractionally different color from the other trellises, but let's not worry about that. Maybe weave some florals into the ivy. As in, like, put some ivy around the trellises. I don't use enough of these. Everyone loves the ivy, and I seem to be a builder that just doesn't really use them that much. I don't even know why. I guess it's the red berries, maybe? I'm not sure. Oops. Could have them kind of bunching up in the corners. Again, I'm not the best at making this supernatural. This looks bad. This looks really bad. I'm gonna have to kind of grow in and out of the trellis on this side. I guess that's all right. We'll just add another one and cover it up. Okay. Make sure you put some of that ivy on the stone wall when you finish it. Oh god, yeah, we've got so many walls to place down. Although we are scaling them up to 200%, so it actually won't be as many as we used last time. Somehow. I could probably cover this in ivy, but I think for now, this is a pretty successful garden. I think the last little spot I would like to make is something kind of Pandaren. Probably not today, but I don't know, maybe somewhere kind of meditative or something. Or we could make another like Zen garden or something, like a rock garden. Would be nice. Or if we don't feel like it, we could honestly just like partition the garden off like this. you get the gist. And then just kind of put scenery behind that as if the garden doesn't go out that far in this space, but I think I'd rather use the space for something and like show off some decor. I just like the Pandaren stuff. It can be a little tricky to use because it's not customizable, most of it. And it has that very red wood, which is gorgeous, but most of this cottage is the kind of heartwoody brown, very neutral. But like a little something like this, like a shrine could be really nice. We could build a little, like a boda or a, what do they call them? Gazebo? We do have some gazebos. I mean, for the sake of blending it in with the treehouse, this is very pretty and you can customize it. Oh, you can customize the one without the, yeah, without the plants on it, which is a shame because I prefer the one with the plants. A dojo, could you imagine? I think a pagoda, I would love to build one. I might struggle in this space. Also, I have no idea how to do that. I've timed this so badly. Okay, let's give it some time. I'll have to come up with some ideas for what could go in this little space. Oh, one last thing. I suppose we could replace these fence pieces that we can't customize. Long Founders Point fence. Oh my god, don't tell me I bought the wrong thing again. Oh my god, thank god. We just did double heartwood. This placed nicely. Yeah, honestly. There we go. This needs some like flowers and stuff, but I kind of feel like doing more of these violets in like a little bed as opposed to just having flowers everywhere. I want to keep it kind of neat in that space so it doesn't invade too much of the rest of the garden space. Put a big tree there and hang a swing from a big branch. That's a nice idea. That would be very quaint, especially right next to the pond. Okay, I would consider that a successful build. I think with one more stream, this whole room could be finished. Given this was another 3 hours of work, last time was about the same. Right. Let's see. Close every damn thing. Right. That is all from me for today. Thank you guys, as always, for joining. It's been lovely to have you. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you again to Kitsuna and their community for the raid. Thank you for the follows and the subs and the resubs. I really appreciate you all very, very much and all of your support. It means a lot to me. This is the last day of Pride Month. However, please remember that you are loved and you are worthy and you are beautiful. No matter what time of year, you will always have a space here in this community. It's exactly what it's here for. I'm here for you. I am back on Thursday at 7 p.m. British summertime, same time as today. I hope to catch you all then. But for now, bye. I wish you all a fabulous rest of your Tuesday. Have a great week, and I hope to catch you all again very soon. Bye.